Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do a quick draft of Phyrexia. All will be one. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And, oh, we get a bomb rare. Well, Thrun, Breaker of Silence, that is easily going to be the pick here, and I don't even have a set of them yet. If this wasn't a bomb rare, though in quick drafting you can just take the rare anyways, just to build your collection. Other good picks would be the Jawbone Duelist, Planar Disruption, and Furnace Punisher. I had someone play this against me. What does this thing do? It's just a threaten effect that can destroy equipment that's attached. Okay. I also have a Barbed Batter Fist here, which is pretty decent. But, yeah. Thrun. You guys can pause the video to read that. Yeah, can't be countered, trample, indestructible on my turn, can't be targeted by non-green things. Alright. This pick kind of leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, there's a Vraska's Fall, there's a Head Cleaver. The Injector is pretty decent. I think if we're looking for a pick that goes with Thrun, it would probably not be either of these uncommons. It'd probably just be the Injector. And, oh, here we go. Oh, there's a Hexgold Hover Wings, which would be nice, but here's a Necrogen Rot Priest, aka Mandy Rose from Toxic Attraction. That's pretty easily going to be the pick here. It's a good one. And it looks like we're going into green-black Toxic again. And now we have a fourth pick. We have a lot of good white cards here. Planar Disruption, Charge of the Mites. Oh, there's also Ambulatory Edifice, which that's actually pretty good. I'm going to take that one. I don't even have a playset of those yet. It doesn't have Toxic, but the Injector can give it Toxic. There's also the Hive Master. Oh, and there's Charforger now, too. Man, Charforger's so fun. Well, we can take a Head Cleaver. Well, I guess we'll just take the Head Cleaver. Now we have a Dune Mover or a Whisper of the Dross. I think either of those are fine. I think I'll take the Dune Mover here because we are lacking 2-drops right now. And it does have Toxic. We can probably find... well, we're not finding much in this pack, are we? So I'll take the Hunter Maze. And pack 1, pick 8, Furnace Punisher came back. There's also a Dune Mover. I think I'll take the Furnace Punisher here. Maybe we could switch into something different. That was just a very late Furnace Punisher. And here's a late Barbed Batter Fist that came back around. I do want to do the equipment theme if possible. We have a Terramorphic here. I'll take the Batter Fist, because we might be able to go into red-white from here still, although we have another Head Cleaver. That's the only real card out of this pack. Now here is Sacrifice, or either of these white cards. Those would all be fine. I'll take the 2-drop, I think. And we have a Necrogen Communion, which we're not necessarily looking to play. A Cackler over a Mirror, and a red 2-drop. And we open an Unctus, which is like the only thing our current pool of cards isn't really doing, but I'm going to take it because it's a rare for the collection. If this is like a Premier Draft or something, I'd be taking the Anoint with Affliction. Yeah, I'd take the Anoint. Alright. Now here we really have to decide what we're doing. If we're going to do a Toxic deck, or if we're going to do something with red. There's another I can't even speak today. Furnace Punisher here. A Furnace Strider. All these things in a furnace. Or Anoint with Affliction. I'm going to take the removal spell, actually. And we are going to just shut down this whole notion of this. Well, we have a Contagious Vorak here. That's a good one. It doesn't have Toxic itself. There's also the Tainted Observer. I guess there's a chance that comes back to us. But I'm going to take the good 3-drop. Now here, I actually don't need any more of this rare, so I can use my discretion and not just draft this for 20 gems. I'm going to take a Terramorphic Expanse here. I could also take a Cultivator. Either one of those would be good. I'm going to take our first Cultivator. I don't want to be lacking in creatures. And here's some other reasonable cards. I'm going to take the Dune Mover. This can also help with a potential splash, because the Toxic deck would really not mind splashing like white for something. Here's a Rib Skiff. I haven't drafted this card ever. So it enters, we draw a card, it has Toxic 2 and Crew 3. We'll go ahead and pick that up and try it out. Here's the blue-white Signpost uncommon. Here's a Tyrannus Rex. I think that'll be what we pick here. There's also Unnatural Restoration. Oh, let me get rid of this Just card because we're not doing that. Another Injector. Well, a lot of our creatures don't have Toxic right now, and the Injector can add Toxic to them, so I guess we'll play 2 Injectors, maybe. Alright, well, we don't have anything we want to splash yet, so I'm not going to take the Prophetic Prism. Vat of Rebirth is more for the black-red deck. So there's the Canopy or the Titanic Growth. Since we're lacking in early creatures, I'm going to take the Canopy. Okay, well, here we have a Terramorphic, and now look, the Furnace Strider came back. Resistance Reunited. I guess I can take the Duress. I'll take another Terramorphic over these uncommons we're not playing in this deck. Let's grab uncommons. We'll grab a Mirror. Alright, and we get Archfiend of the Dross. This is a good one. Oh, this pack is loaded for us. Which is kind of unfortunate, because I just want like 6 cards out of this pack. Archfiend of the Dross. It can kill your opponent very quickly. It's a 4-mana 6/6 flyer. Comes with 4 oil counters. If you run out of oil counters, you will lose the game. So be careful with that. The worst nightmare of this card is that Planner Disruption that can just like freeze it in place but still keep it on the field. Drown in Ichor, Annihilating Glare, Anoint with Affliction, Vorak. I want all of those. Hopefully something comes back to us from that set of things. What we're really lacking is cheap creatures, though. And that's not a good place to be. I mean, there's fine options for 5 and 6 mana here. I could also just take the Thirsting Roots. Though at this point, it doesn't seem like we're going to splash anything. If I do splash something, could be red. Or I can take the Battle Chair. Or the Infectious Inquiry. I think I'll take a Battle Chair. Oh, now we have kind of a reason to splash blue, the Tainted Observer. There's also a Necrosquito in the pack. We have so much at 4 mana plus. Right now, I think I will just go for a blue splash here. I know there's another Thirsting Roots in the pack. We already have ways to facilitate the splash. Oh, look at this. Chimney Rabble, another Battle Chair. I'm going to take the Siphoner. It's a 2-drop. It's evasive. We can get poison counters on our opponent. Oh, hey, here's another rare. Now, at this point, I really do need cheap things to do. Skitterling, Siphoner. I'll take the rare for the collection, I guess. Well, here's a Hive Master. That's still somewhat of an early play. And there's an Annihilating Glare. Definitely picked that one up. Nothing else here really for us. Oh, another Glare came back. This can also be good with the Archfiend of the Dross as well, letting us sacrifice the Archfiend if we're going to end up losing to its effect. I'm not going to take a third Glare. I'm going to take a Cultivator here. And here we have a Scrap Trap if we really need another 5-drop. I don't think we do. And if we really need another 6-drop, which I don't think we do. But yeah, I like the Battle Chair a bit more. But I guess we'll take it. And we'll just pick up uncommons. We could also splash for Hazardous Blast if we really wanted to. I think I will just splash for the Tainted Observer. It shouldn't be too difficult to facilitate that splash. We have 41 cards. We only need to make one cut. But I also need to get the... Alright. The basic arts in here. So Dune Movers, Anoint with Affliction. I guess I could cut the Communion. Because we're lacking early creatures to begin with. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures to play before turn 2. That's not quite where we want to be in this format. We just didn't see a whole lot of them. And we have more of a top end here. And I think because of that, we also have like the Necrogen Rot Priest ability we want to use. We have this equipment that wants our mana. These can cost 5 mana if we don't want to sacrifice anything. This costs 2 more mana to proliferate. I might just make this a 17 land deck. I think that is what we're going to do. We have double casters with the Archfiend of the Dross, the Atrocity, and the Thrun. So I think we're just going to keep the mana base like this. We've got 7 green, 7 black, 2 Terramorphics, and an island. I know there were a couple parts we could have picked a couple of other cheaper cards, be it removal spells or whatnot, but part of what I do in quick drafting is just grabbing the rares, even if they're not good for our deck, because you only get so many of them in the quick drafts. And so if you're using quick draft to build your collection, you pretty much just have to grab all the rares that you see that you don't already have full sets of. That's another thing I could consider is the Engulfer, but I'd rather have the Battle Chair, because the equipment can be really nice on anything else. And 2 injectors. Alright, well, that's going to be the deck. So let's get into the games here. And hopefully it doesn't go as poorly as it could shape up to be. Bolty Mod is our first opponent. Opponent goes first. Alright, he's got a Cultivator. I'm going to fetch our island with that, because now we have our double green. Otherwise I was going to get the forest, because we don't have our 1 blue card yet. There's a Canker Bloom. I actually don't have a 2 mana play, which is going to be really, really bad for us. And we draw a 6-drop. Well, we have a Vorak coming up. I'm gonna take a hit. Opponent has potential for 4 mana, so this... Oh, it's a Lattice Blade Mantis. Oh, there's Tainted Observer. Let's get our Vorak here. No lands. Well, that is really bad. We'll have to trade off with the Canker Bloom here. Oh, well, now we're not even going to get that option. Because that flies. That's going to be a 5/4. And we're just taking 8 damage here. Alright, well now we have... That thing is going to attack again, though, is the problem. Not hitting a land off the Vorak could also end up hurting us. We're already down to 9. I'm pretty sure the only other thing I could do is splash red for more 2-drops. We'll take a look at what that option looks like after this game. I mean, this could be a combat trick as well, and we're just ruined. Yeah. So now we need like an untapped land to play a defensive atrocity. That's also not preferable. And we still take 4 here. Like, yeah, opponent just attacks with everything. Oh, you have another pump spell? You do. Did I have fun in the match? Well, I don't have a great deck. Let's see if we can do something about that problem. Okay, so if we were going to... Well, I only have one of these, one of these, one of these that I could add in as early plays. So I add in 3. I probably would take out the rib skiff and the injectors. And I guess we can facilitate all this with the Terramorphics. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We just need to draw some of our cheap stuff. We're going to keep the deck as is. Not that I don't think we can facilitate a red splash in addition, but just what I would take out of the deck for it. When we have some of our deck doing toxic counter stuff, but then we have some bomb rares that aren't toxic related, kind of need ways to give them toxic, which is where those injectors come in. I would like to get to play our bomb rares at least a couple of times. We also need to find an opponent, too. Ah, here we go. Hopefully it doesn't automatically draw the game. Okay, it doesn't. We're up against Grups. Oh, I hate taking mulligans in this deck, but this just doesn't do anything. Okay, well, he's not starting with a 1-drop here. Yep, that's bad. Blue-black. Oh, Vat of Rebirth. I can just kill that. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Because when the Vat gets down early game like that, it can just be a bit too much. There's a Stinging Hive Master. I am actually going to get another forest, because we have 2 of our double green cards in hand. We'll equip this here. I think we can offer this trade. You know, we want to avoid getting poisoned against this deck if possible, too. Tamiyo is a mobilizer. That makes me really not want to play the Archfiend of the Dross. I guess then we just have to try and win very quickly. Or find one of our Annihilating Glares. Alright. We'll go for it. Yeah, you can tap my stuffer. That's fine. So he's going to get in the poison. Now we just need to draw an untapped land, and we can do... I'll probably do the Tyrannix Atrocity. Okay, Augury. Oh, he's going to proliferate counters onto his thing. We might need to find an Annihilating Glare. Okay, well, Vorak can help find us a land. Do not... Really? He had the counter spell. Okay, well, here's that. You have another counter? Oh, gosh. Well, I can't beat this. Because I'm just getting tapped down. This deck is not supposed to be working this well, but when we can't get the early aggression... I guess I can say I can cast my Thrun. Oh, yeah, that's... Well, I already needed the thing anyways. Oh, yeah, we actually just die now. Because we'll just die to our own Archfiend. It doesn't really matter, because we just lose to this. Yep. Okay, let's... That's twice now Ribskiff has been in my hand. Let's put in the cheap-ish red cards. And we'll put in some mountains. We haven't been seeing any of our removal either. Yeah, this is not where you want to be in this format, is having a lot of 4 mana plus cards and not a lot of 2 mana cards. You don't really want to be with a 4-color deck, if it's, especially unless it's a Traxa colors. Sure. Sure. There's a Dune Mover for our opponent. Doesn't use it, so he doesn't need the land. We get a forest. Oh, we drew a red card. We'll take a hit from this Dune Mover. Because I can kill it with the Canopy next turn if we need to. I kind of want to kill something. Alright. Didn't get a land. That's kind of been my luck with things. Don't want to proliferate the poison counter on ourselves. Let's just keep throwing out colors. Just really confuse our opponent as to what we're doing. Well, what we are doing is taking some poison damage. And here's Thrun. Thrun can at least fix my problem. You can't... Seriously, you had an answer to that? I mean, I guess making your opponent sacrifice it is a way to get around it. Battle Chair? And you have a counter for that. Of course you do. What is with this? Okay, we're gonna activate this. Might as well get another forest. Oh, stop it. Nobody plays all these guys. How do I run into all counterspell decks and perfect removal against Thrun? How does this happen? We don't need more land. We need more things to do. Yeah, 2 more prologues. Oh good, we can lose to this card again. Let's make sure this card resolves. Alright, it does. Let me guess, Mesmerizing Dose? Or just a removal spell? Oh no, you're gonna steal it. That's even better. And we have land. Okay, yeah, we're done here. Well, that can also happen. I guess it was just time for us to lose out. The deck really wasn't great. We didn't even see any of these red cards. Deck really wasn't great. It was lacking a lot of early stuff. It was lacking also the ability to draw. I had Cultivate. I never saw any of this stuff. I saw a Dune Mover once. Never saw a Glares. Saw the Affliction once. Never saw this. Yeah, I mean, the deck wasn't good, but I don't think it was as bad as its win rate led on to be. And we just lost to... I mean, a deck like this will just lose to counterspell decks because we can't get a ton of pressure on board early enough or consistently early enough. And then they just start countering and removing this stuff. Yeah, that happened. Why do I need my deck to be 40 cards? The event is over. There. Is there enough cards now? Alright, let's claim our quote price. Oh, good. Arena felt bad for us and gave us 2 packs. And I had a 20% chance of that happening. Okay, well, I guess for now, I'll take my leave.